Hello, my name is Natalie Tasca, and I would like to make another video. And this video is particularly for high school kids who might want to think about what to do with their lives. And I want to name this video the college investment. If you spoken to people who've run their own business, they will have this rule. If you're making an investment, and university and college is an investment, and a trade is also an investment. If you're going to be making that kind of investment, within the 5 years that you do that, you should be making that money back and top of that profit, or else it was a bad investment in the first place. If you're going to get a degree in history or psychology or English, and within that 4 years, that degree has never given you a lick of money back, that was a bad investment. And the reason why I'm making this video is because I was inspired by a video made by, his name is John Rowe, and the other guy's name is Glenn Beck. They made a video on trade schools. And I want to give you this an example. Where I come from in Canada, I go to a college named Humber College. It's Ontario, and they have a trade school within the college. To take about 3 levels, it costs anywhere from $400 to $600 per level. And on top of that, these people are working. So if it costs about $600 per level, which is there are about 3 levels, which is if they're working, making like $33 an hour, that could easily make that $600 back, and it will pay for themselves. And on top of that, they're making money, which means that that investment was a great investment, because not only did they spend that time, they're making money back. And on top of that, the money that they paid for that investment, such as the trade school, which is $600, paid itself, because they can maybe make that in one paycheck. If you're making $33 an hour, you can easily make that back in one paycheck. And that's why trade school is a great investment. John Rowe and Glenn Beck made this video, and the point of this video was how all these teachers, they said, you don't want to be a tradesperson. You don't want to do that. And what it comes down to, really, what it comes down to, it's not that the tradespeople are stupid. It's not that the tradespeople are lowlives. The truth is, this whole idea of tradespeople being stupid came from the academia world, which is the colleges. The colleges wanted to make an idea of, you don't want to learn a trade, you want to invest in our colleges and give us money. Rather than being a tradesperson, you want to go to a 4-year university, you want to get that degree. And who pushed that more than the Democrats? And on top of that, in the States, to put the cherry on top of the cake, these kids are investing hundreds of thousands of dollars in these worthless degrees. And on top of that, you know what the Democrats did? They made it illegal to default and for any type of debt forgiveness on any student loan. So if you've racked up $100,000, that stays with you forever. And for you to move forward financially in your life, it's never going to happen if you have that kind of debt. If you're a business person, if you studied basic business, you can't afford to accumulate debt. If you want to make money, you have to have the least amount of debt possible. And that's why investing in a 4-year degree, it's not worth it anymore. Unless, I would say, if you want to go to university and like I'm the top 2% in my class and I have the grades to become a neurosurgeon or a dentist or a pilot or some kind of professional, you have those grades and you want to become a doctor, sure. But it's not necessary in this time that's not the only framework of success. There's a lot of people. There was this kid, my mom was telling me this story maybe 10 years ago when I was in high school. This kid, he found an idea, great idea. He would take recycled golf balls, resell them, and he was already in high school, he already made $100,000. For I don't know any kid who's made $100,000. Like the kids who have money in high school, it's the parents' money. I don't know anybody who's been able to bring in that kind of money in high school. And now, where is he? He's a multimillionaire. Because these people realized in order to be successful, you don't need a 4-year degree anymore. It's just like a huge cop out for the leftists to make money. What you need to do if you want to start making money, learn a skill or go to community college. Community college, you'll learn skills. Like I'm studying computer engineering. It's about 1,600, 1,800 per semester. You can work and pay that off in Canada. That's how much community college works per semester. If you work, you can easily pay that off. And if you work and you bust your ass and you pay that off, you'll be better off than these kids getting their 4 years degrees. This whole 4-year degree, it's a lie. I'm not saying every degree in university. If you're going to go into STEM, like science, technology, engineering, math, that's where you're not wasting your time. If you're going to go to university to become an engineer or something like that, those are the degrees that will pay off. But all this liberal arts bullshit, it will never pay off. I know people didn't go to college and they're more successful than the people who did go to college. I know one guy who's at the age of 24, he had his own house to his own name, learned a trade, was homeless at one time. Now he has a house to his own name, worked, has a union job, and I would say he's more successful than the majority of these kids who went to university, got their degree, are in debt, living at their mommy and daddy's house. This guy is actually 10 times more successful. And I think the reason why was because at a young age he was homeless, and that made him realize like it's survival of the fittest. In evolution, when you have more stress put on you and you have to work, that stays with you forever. These kids whose parents gave them everything, gave them the iPads, the cars, never learned to work, so they don't have that stress, that hustle that a person who didn't have that sense of security would have. And in the long run, who pays off? It pays off for the kid who had the work ethic. Even if you're in high school now and you're a nerdy kid and you're not popular, trust me, in 10 years, man, it'll be different. All the kids who are popular, and you'll be doing well. You'll be in school. Trust me, if there's one thing a guy wants, a woman who pays her way, a woman who wants to be an engineer, that's something a guy wants. A woman who pays her way, works, a woman who has good work ethic, a woman who's faithful, not a slut. And the nerds, they will have that. They've already developed a good work ethic in school. And by the time they're 30, they're going to be in such a good place. And you're going to see it's going to change. When you're a kid, you don't realize it, but when you're an adult, you'll, holy shit. Like, there was kids, they were hideous, but now, look at them. Some of the most beautiful girls that you could come across, some of the most handsome guys were like the nerdiest guys in school. Now look at them. They're like, you know what I mean? So this whole idea of like, I know another guy, okay? He knows how to sew and he's smart. He said, I know how to sew. I don't know a lot of guys who know how to sew. He's a black guy. And he knows that. He says when people look at me, they think, you're a black guy, you can't sew. But he knows how to sew. I know because I've seen his product. And he said that learning how to sew, it's a commodity because nobody knows how to sew nowadays. If you really want to make money, learn a commodity to sew. Learn how to cook, how to cut hair, how to do a trade. Or then go into the engineering trades. But don't major in liberal arts bullshit. It's never going to work out.